Hey guys, there's another pickup video for us today, and we just want to share again what hobbies with you guys. So I go first.
Go for it, man.
First, yeah.
You go first.
I don't know what really to show first, but
Just dump the whole bag out, man.
oh yeah, right. Actually, I will. My manga for the week or for this week is Banana Fish.
Oh shit, you're doing a book.
Yeah, the Banana Fish. So it's an old manga, and then they did another they did an anime that was like more relevant to in the 2000 era, and it's cool. So in this manga, what threw me in, dude, it's set in New York. It's in the 80s. It's about like these gangs and other than like I don't know. I just like that vibe, like
Yeah.
in the indie game vibe, and the character Ash.
Streets of Fire kind of stuff.
Yeah, Street of Fire type deal. You know what I mean?
Alright.
I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just
That's
watched
really
it a
good
couple weeks ago.
Really?
And I have the vinyl. I should have brought it.
one. You have the soundtrack.
I have the soundtrack to Street of Fire.
You know
I
they
sure
made
do.
a soundtrack. What the hell, yeah.
Yeah, Ash is the main character, and the reason why it's called Banana Fish is actually it's a drug.
Okay.
It's a drug, yeah. So it just I don't want to give too much away because I want the audience to read it. I want you guys to read it. I mean, it's really good. Ash is the main character, and there's another protagonist. His side person is EG, and I mean, I wish I could give you more detail about it, but I read the first one I think one night, and it's a little bit like it's the first book, so you get the introduction, you get to know the characters, but during the middle of it, you're like, man, that's a lot of story, but at the end of it, dude, you want to go to volume 2 because, dude, it amps up. Like
Really?
so they get captured, they get stuck, and then like, dude, this mother dude, Ash, I mean, he is tough as nails.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just the way like how they portrayed him, and the only thing I can say right now is he's in a crime family. He has his own little gang, but he's like in a crime family. Like he has like a Don or Godfather or a person that it's like his adopted father or so that kind of like took him in. So other than that, man, it's like so far I'm really hooked.
Is it an easy read though?
It depends on it depends on I guess I would say how you like to. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, honestly, the truth. Like, because when I start reading it,
Like, could a 10-year-old read it? You know,
yeah, I will let you.
like me. You know.
It depends on, in life, how you want to perceive it. Because the main character is bisexual.
Yeah.
So there's some feel of, or maybe he just full on played for the other team. I'm just saying.
I didn't mean like the content. I just meant like just the style of writing in
threw
general.
me off, but again, it was still It's still an amazing ride. Obviously,
Yeah.
no pun intended.
Hey man, everybody's got their own take on a story.
Is it an easy? Yeah, it draws you in.
If every story was the same, it'd be a pretty fucking boring
Yeah,
world,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
That's
It
the way I
draws
look
you
at
in.
it.
It draws you in because dude, my favorite character. I need to show you guys. My favorite character is this Chinese guy, dude.
I just can't get over the fact that the book's reversed. Like,
Oh, for the manga? Yeah, for Japanese.
so they're all like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even notice it the first time. I don't
Dude,
think.
Sure Wong. Dude, he's the best character in this fucking book, dude. So
Yeah.
it's funny as hell.
Hell yeah,
He's
man.
like Ash's like go-to guy if he needs help. So that's what I really like it. I'm in volume 3 right now. I'm trying to hopefully get volume 4 next. But I'm just saying that I watched the anime. It's good too. But I'm just saying that, man, this again, just the name of it,
Is
Banana
the fourth
Fish.
volume the latest right now?
I think they're all done. I think there's only like 18, 19 volumes or 17 or something like that. Maybe 19.
Only, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just
Jeez.
saying. No,
Is that common to have that many in one series? And manga stuff, you know?
Dude, there's if you buy, if you into not like One Piece, it's like 1,000 episodes. Dude, that's a lot of manga.
Yeah, you're telling me, man.
But just the name of it, dude, Banana Fish.
Yeah, dude. I'm liking the style of it, you know?
Dude, it's good. Look at the art. It's so old school. Like that's what I like about it.
Show them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? All right, I guess it's my turn now. So, I usually don't do this. I usually, when I make sure to get a vinyl that I like at least half the songs on it, right? But I think this one will speak for itself.
Is that the movie?
You
I
can just
love
get
that
it for
movie.
one song alone, you know? But I had to get the Drive soundtrack here on vinyl for Night Call. That song.
That's
oh my
the
God,
hits,
dude.
man.
Dude, right from that, when you hear that coin slot just drop down in and then the bass kick for that song, you're just completely taken to a whole goddamn other dimension. A place where you're not even supposed to be. It doesn't
I
even
see
seem
that.
real. But yeah, well, here, let me go ahead and get the vinyl out. But yeah, man, pick this up. Let's see here. Is this the one that's got it in there? Oh, I got the wrong one.
Dude, I love that black and white and then that fuchsia pink color.
Here we go. Yeah, oh, dude, look at the style of this. I went with this one just because, I mean, I'm not a big pink guy, but like, come on, tell me that doesn't look good, you know?
That looks dope. I like that splatter, right?
Woo!
Woo.
Yeah, got the money sign on there and everything.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, Night Call. There's another one on there. What I always forget the name. It's like TikTok. What is it? What is that one that's on? Tick of the Clock's Chromatics. That's another good one on there. I like that one. But the Night Call is definitely the one to go for in this one.
I mean, I like.
It's worth getting this just for that song alone. I mean, it sounds good. The pressing was good. You know, I always like to make a comment on the pressing, and this one just sounds beautiful. So definitely recommend that one.
I didn't mind the movie, dude.
If you're willing to spend the money for just one or two songs on it, because the rest are like, you know, just soundtrack songs that you can't really jam to. But I mean, it's definitely cool to like just to show that kind of cover art, you know, if you want to hang it on a wall or something. But Night Call is like there's a few songs, and that was one of them I'm willing to do that for. So got this one.
That's cool. That's a cool pickup, I admit. I think it's funny. I was going shopping with my wife, and we usually go down like an aisle, like clearance aisle, right? And just to look around. So I think I messaged you this because
I never have luck in those aisles.
But dude,
it's always a sports game.
I pick up the Xenomorph.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Look at that, man.
Damn.
And I think I remember I showed you this. I think I messaged you a while ago. Just like his hands like at his buttocks. And then like and his arms are like this.
He's got like a Michael Jackson thing going on.
So he's kind of like, way! Like why not, man? For $7, I was like, and I'm a big Xenomorph fan. I like the Alien movies.
Yeah.
I like the Predators as well, and I like that whole universe. So I was like, man, I used to have these toys when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I
did too.
Because you started picking up toys too. So I was like, man, I want to get some toys again. So that's why I started. I was like, it's cool. It's cool to pick up this.
I haven't got any new toys in a long time, anything like that, but I definitely still have my old Independence Day stuff, and my Independence Day alien looks just like that, you know.
We should just put him up.
Maybe a little more flared out in the upper body half, but yeah, it looks just like it though.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm not the type of guy that keep it in box. I am gonna open this. I am.
Oh yeah.
I am gonna open this.
I don't keep anything sealed anymore. In fact, all my games today are sealed, but that's because I just got them. Yeah. And then the other one I've already got digitally. But I mean, they're gonna get opened one day. I'm not holding on to seal them. So I feel you on that.
Look at you right. You got a Michael Jackson. I'm gonna make him dance. Look at this.
What did you get me? You got me that pixel art Suits Your Age thing, and like I opened it up right when he gave it to me. And he was just like so surprised. He's like,
I was kind of surprised. I thought
you did that. Like, I'm so glad you did. I'm like, yeah.
Nothing new here. You needed something for your desk, so I was like, I'm surprised you displayed it. So.
Yeah, well, that's cool, dude. I like that. All right, the other vinyl I got for today is one of my favorites. This is the big one here. Now, you're not too familiar with the game, but you obviously know what the hell it is. Mm-hmm. But the music in this, nobody can doubt that it's just like some of the best orchestrated music ever. In the N64 cartridge as it is.
Yeah.
But this guy, forget his damn name, Rich Douglas. All right, he's done the orchestrated GoldenEye soundtrack. And oh my God, does this sound good.
It's a cool cover, actually.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and drop the beat for you all.
DJ, drop a beat.
I think Facility, right off the bat, Facility is definitely my favorite on here. And I think Surface and Caverns, I'm pretty sure those are the two that, man, they give me some real Mike Myers vibes.
Yeah, right.
Like they are chilling, but just so well remastered.
Give me your thoughts about the game that just came out on the system.
Oh, the game itself?
Yeah, give me your thoughts about the Switch and then all the remakes came out.
Well, let me ask you: do you know anything about hogwash?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what I was describing. It's an absolute fucking joke, you know. So with that being said, I definitely like that 360 leak that came out a few years ago. That looked really good.
You guys should watch that video. I think some two dudes made a video about that.
Yeah. Don't know who you're talking about.
Wink.
You know?
Yeah.
But no, but this just sounds amazing. I was a little worried because, you know, whenever you get something that you're really excited to listen to, especially this orchestra where there's not a lot of screaming involved and a lot of vocals, you can hear a lot of pops and clicks and stuff. But not in this one. When I first played it, I was a little disappointed that it was pop and click heavy, but by play 2 or 3, it sounded really good.
How the record look?
I played it one last time this morning, and it was completely pop and click free at that point. Like I just knocked all that little debris off at that point, you know, and so it sounds really good. Good pressing. I was really excited with this one. And actually, What's really upsetting is that vinyl collecting these days is very frustrating. You think game buying and the limited print market is bad? Vinyls is just ridiculous. It's like impossible to get these things. They're making these things out of print runs of like 150 or 125. Yeah, it's paper crap. You got to upgrade like me. They're doing like 125, 250 print runs of these things, and they're put on Instagram like a notification, and they're just gone like that. I mean, I can't even get them. Like, I can never get these. I was lucky as hell that I was able to get this one. And this one is the one of the splatter effects, actually.
Oh, after the gunshot?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool,
This
man.
is the bloodshot variant. And this was my favorite one of all of them. That's why I was really lucky to get this one. Because, I mean, come on.
Ooh,
look at that watch effect in the center.
Yeah.
Man, this one sounds good. Looks good. Looks great. And smell great.
Looks great.
Yeah. But definitely facility is my favorite for sure on this one.
I'm gonna jump ship, honestly, and change genre. My wife picked this up for me, and my game that I picked up this week, that she picked up for me this week, is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you, man.
I'm a big JoJo. I'll be honest with you the truth. If you guys want to ask me my favorite arc, it's season 2. I'm a big fan of good old Joseph there.
You always dropping a game I'm not familiar with, man.
Yeah, right.
Looks like Terry on the front with a black jacket.
Oh man, it should have been right. It's Terry JoJo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan. There's multiple. I mean, I do like season 1. I like Jonathan. I like the guy who made the voice from Johnny Young Bosch for sure. But Joseph again, and people like Jotaro, people like Gio, people like Josuke. I don't know. People like Jolene. You guys like Jolene? I don't know. But Joseph is my favorite, dude. Like, it's because his character is so over the top. Like, he's like comedic, he's witty. I think I can just relate to him more. That's what I like about Joseph. He's witty, he's just funny. He just thinks on his feet, and he just like his planning doesn't go great, but it works. That's what I like about. I think he's just like for me, like he's the underdog of the all the JoJos, and he's the one that lived the longest.
Yeah.
Just spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But yeah, she picked me up JoJo. I've been playing it so far. I beat the first arc, and I'm just getting now to the second arc because I'm excited because it's Joseph. So that's what I picked up, or she picked up for me.
That's
so.
cool. She picked that up, man. Like, my wife wouldn't have a chance. She went to go buy me something, man, because I probably already have it.
All right.
So
Yeah,
she just learned a long time ago. No games for me.
I think she was wondering. I think because I think on my Amazon account, right, she's on it where she can see what I put on there.
Yeah.
And I guess she was like, "Oh, he never bought it," because I was like buying other stuff.
See, that's funny because like the one time she bought a game off there from the cart, thinking the same thing that you were just describing. I already had that game and I accidentally left it in the cart.
Oh,
so
okay.
she just ended up buying me one I already had. So it's just, we just learned, no game buying for me. I'm good for me, you know?
I never dawned on me that it was gone. I just was like, because usually I was like, oh, I guess it's like, usually it would tell you like, hey, it's like not in stock. But I just like, hey, it's not in my cart or whatever. And then I guess like the mail ran and she was like, hey, that's for you. I was like, I didn't buy anything.
Right.
I was kind of like, but I opened it up and it was, I was really, I turned it on that day.
Cool, man.
So, yeah.
All right. Let's talk about this one first. It's still in the wrapping because it just came in. Went ahead and went with the Shoot 'em Up import, Soft Star. I'm a big shmup fan, actually, and the reason I wanted to talk about this one is because I picked it up on the Switch. I was playing it digitally about 2 weeks ago. Somebody else recommended it to me and told me that if you like shmups, you should like this. And I'm like, well, yeah, I like them all, so I'm definitely gonna like it.
But for the PS5, right, OV?
Right,
Yeah.
but the thing is, though, like this one really stood out. It did. I mean, the graphics, as you can see, are not the most modern. In fact, I'm going to show another shoot 'em up next that is definitely a little bit better eye candy. But
Eye candy, the way good way to put
the
it.
gameplay on this is sick. I mean, I've always thought 1942, 1943, I like those shoot 'em ups. They're much slower than anything else. They're not like this zipping around and everything, which I obviously like those. I like bullet hells. But I like to relax when I play shoot 'em up more than anything else. I like to work my way up into the frantic shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, right. It's just a casual play. Like, you just want to put something on.
It's rare that I just want to get right into it, so I like to play an easier one first and then switch to another one. Soft Star is now going to be one of those ones I play first all the time and try to get good at it because
That's a good way to put it.
the rhythm that you have to perform in this game, like you're just constantly dancing, right? That's the whole point of these shmups is that you're just finding where the break is. You're finding how to dance with the bullets. And this one I just thought, like, right off the bat, you know, you don't have to be very experienced with, you know. Actually, I would recommend you try this one, you know, personally to start out with, because I know you're not the hugest shmup guy, but but this is like 1942, this kind of game. Those are the kind of difficulties you want to start with. 1942 gets hard, and so does this kind of game.
Yeah,
you know, it's like you start with that first level.
It's not like you already amp up to 11, right? It's like
right.
It just ease you in.
It ramps up to 11 on stage 2.
Okay.
Yeah. No, actually, this one is gradually. I think it's the perfect level of graduated difficulty, where it just gets a little bit bigger, a little more difficult every time. You know, the bosses though, like, were easy as hell for the first 2 rounds, and that third one just all of a sudden just ratchets it up real quick.
Okay.
And then it just gets harder and harder from there. But it's still fun. I just find that it's easy to see what's going on the screen and dodge it. So that's why I really like that one.
It looks nice. I mean, the graphic looks
nice.
nice.
The sound's good. The main things are the sound and the gameplay. I like the music, you know, as well.
Yeah, I like it.
The graphics don't have to be awesome on a shmup for me. In fact, any game.
Is that like a top down going up? You go vertical? Or is it
this one's a vertical.
Vertical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that's that one, man. What you got next?
So now that you went to imports, I guess I show you my imports, right? So I picked up a PS1 game called Sheep.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, I for sure I know they made a US version, but I was like, man, it's just funny as hell. Look how nice it is.
Yeah.
But in this game, you just go around. It's like almost, I want to say, puzzle-like type game, but you just get a herd of sheep, and you are timed, and you just got to get them to a finish line, or like to their like little fence or so.
Right.
They're gonna be in, but that's it. That's just the main of the game. So it's like I said, if you want something that's kind of just a fun little game that you just herd sheep from one direction. These courses are hilarious though, because again, that's what they're like. There's different courses you got to get them through. And of course, every level or every they throw like different elements at you. Like you got to pass through this, or something scares them away, and things like that. But
okay,
I played
so it's an isometric view. Then, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Just look at it. I mean, just again, the cover is just amazing.
Yeah. So they didn't have these kind of cases though in this market, did they?
Only in Japanese. They always have that.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, that's definitely that spine. For some reason, I was thinking. Wait, so they had a mixed case?
There it is.
There's your spine card, but like, you know, I've got a couple Japanese fighting games in there, and they're like the PAL kind.
Yeah, the PAL. Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't look like it's fake. That looks like
it's. Nope, it's all. This is how some of the Japanese games. Like, they don't even have the artwork. You know what I mean? Some games have the artwork in the, like you guys see in the back of the case.
Yeah.
That's why we have like the American. We have the clear. Insert or the clear.
So there's not even any artwork at all behind.
No, just plain white. Yeah. Some of the Japanese games are they just have it.
I just never even noticed that they had them like that. I've always just seen the thicker, you know, which I think the thicker ones are cooler cases, but you know.
I do like the thicker one though. They're hard to replace if the cases break.
Oh, you're screwed.
But I love when you open it and that manual is like so beefed up, like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. But yeah, they have this. Dude, I played this for like a couple hours, and it's just funny. Like I've had a good time with this. The clock thing, I wish, man. But other than that, we should play it.
Yeah, we will. I like those like one name, like, or one word kind of games that are about like some kind of insect. You got spider, Mr. Mosquito, now sheep, bug.
Bug, yeah. Straight up sheep. Like
sheep.
Yeah, sheep.
There's the game Goat Simulator, you know.
Yo, yeah.
That's a sequel.
There's a sequel, man. That's like his cousin. But yeah, this is it. This is great. If you guys should try it. I think it's a fun little game.
Let's see if we have fun with it first.
I will, but I'll see what you will.
Fair enough,
it won't
man.
be Mr. Do, but it'll be fun.
So I kind of already spoiled it that I got another shmup coming, another import, and another one that I already had. This one I had on the Dreamcast, which I forgot to bring out for the video. But I'll at least include the comparison footage so you can see the difference and how this is a major upgrade. But Stormwind EX for the Switch. This is probably my favorite shmup.
I like that jaw at the back. You guys showed that.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some cool art in the background of this game, for sure. But no, this one, talk about like a visually pleasing game. This is it.
Oh.
I mean, this is by far, I think, the prettiest shmup I've ever seen. I mean, it's not vertical, so it's left to right moving. So you got more real estate right off the bat to play with. You don't have all that Japanese banner art logo thing going on like in the vertical shooters.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So I mean, your entire real estate is just beautiful, as you can see right now. And it's just I think it's even easier than Soft Star. And I like those kind of just relaxed shoot 'em ups.
Yeah.
I like a challenge. I want to work up to the challenge. I don't want to start with something frustrating. I want to get to learn the patterns and all that, and then just get better and better.
This is your home.
So yeah, and then all right. So with that being said, you got the visuals, the music. Oh my God! Right when you start that first level, you're gonna realize, all right, somebody actually got some skill with that composure. Now I definitely like the music. The gameplay is good. So I like and the fact that you can, it's Thermwind because I guess your bullets kind of sway in this like wind effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like they kind of just round out as you can see, and then you can flip the directions as well and attack the other direction.
You shoot backwards?
Yeah, you can shoot
okay,
backwards because the bosses kind of come down and kind of encase you, kind of surround you
okay.
sometimes. And then you get this little like little R2D2 ball, that kind of floats around with you, And you can also manipulate him to where he shoots one direction while you shoot in reverse as
like
well.
that. Yeah, I like that.
As an upgrade. So just an awesome mechanic, a little different, but just an amazing graphically game, right? Like I said, it came out with the Dreamcast, but that renders at 480p. And it looks amazing even on the Dreamcast.
Oh, wow. The Dreamcast is underrated, man.
It absolutely looks
I love
amazing.
that
But when you just go from the Dreamcast version to the Switch and just see that just night and day difference, like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. I see why you double dipped on this one. So this one I got from Pix and Love. Not a whole lot of people have heard of them, or if you have, you didn't realize they had a storefront, but it's in France, I think.
Oh.
And I ordered this, and I got my games in like a week.
Wow.
Yeah, these are all already in stock.
Turnaround.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely happy about that. Compared to some other limited print companies that take a while,
no
which I'm not
problem.
trying to shit on people. I get it. It's too common to hate on the long wait times these days, but it was kind of refreshing just to click order and like, damn, like that's like the first time in a year I got something that quick. So yeah, Pix and Love, check it out. Yeah,
it looks good. No, it looks good. It looks nice already, just like the art, or just like the pictures they put on here.
Yeah.
Challenge giant bosses. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's the one I recommend to start with.
I might check it out myself.
It might be too good. It might ruin all the shmups for you if you start with that one.
I might need to check it out myself.
Yeah, it was apparently like in development for like 5-10 years, something like that. For the longest time.
Development hell?
Yeah, and it never actually came out, and then like finally came out around like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there is when it came out, and I've just loved it ever since.
All right.
And I was playing with fire here a little bit with this because like these limited print games, I think there's only 3,000 copies of this one produced, maybe another 1,000 of like the collector's edition. And so, I thought they would have sold out in like the first month or two. Well, here I am, like I bought this like 14 months after release and it's still there. So, I mean, if you're interested, you might want to get it sooner than later.
I need to snag it up myself then.
Yeah, because I was just surprised that this lasted as long as it did on there, and it's still there to this day. So, never a shortage of limited print things to buy every month.
Yeah, right?
You gotta like, what is that word I'm looking for? Stratify.
Yeah. Your tactics.
Yeah.
My last thing is I always have to pick up a movie. It's either the current movie that I already have, but in a different format, or just any movies that I don't know. I just like to pick up movies. But the weirdest things, like, dude, I picked up a VHS. And what's so cool about this VHS was, like, when I saw it, it was at a pawn shop, but it's Bubble Boy, right?
Bubble
Dude,
Boy.
It's the demo tape.
Yeah.
So,
oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
So what, is it a demo of the movie?
No, it's the whole movie, but it's one of those games, like, movies where, like, look, read it. They do, like, 59 days, like, preview, right? So when I watched this movie, when I bought it, there's like a little like disclaimer at the bottom that says, do not sell or rent, or you find this do not make copyright stuff. Like, it shows at the bottom of the screen,
right.
But you can still watch the movie, but it's at the bottom. It's just so cool.
Oh, during the entire. Okay.
Some clips of the movie, yeah. Then it'll be gone, and they give you that kind of like that message again.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
But again,
so it's like those screeners that they would hand out, like screener DVDs for reviewers and all that. Okay.
I just loved like me and you were so big on when we buy games. You guys are too. But you buy games sometimes just for the artwork, and then you double dip because they release something with a different artwork, right? Mm-hmm. So I said it said, but box art may vary. right? So I think it's the same. As, I remember because I have the DVD. I think it's the same. Jake Gyllenhaal, just kind of
Jake Gyllenhaal. I was about to say, who's in that?
dude. So so the best thing I like about this movie. Remember when she comes over to his house, and he was like,
It's been a while since I've seen it.
"Oh, I will first remember right now." She comes over to his house. He's in his little bubble thing, and I guess like he was getting aroused because he keeps watching her from the window. So finally, like these two guys were making fun of him, and I don't know if you guys seen the movie, but this is the beginning of it where she comes over, and so dad opened the door and he kind of wasn't paying attention. She just let her in. Dad's kind of just chill. She goes all the way upstairs and he was like doing like Land of the Lost. Like he was like doing he was playing the zone. He had no friends, and then she startled him and he falls down. And he was like, "Hey," she's like, "You doing Land of the Lost?" He was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Hi, I'm Jimmy," like his voice. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "I'm Chloe." And the way he said, he was like, "Oh yeah, the whore next door." Yeah. And then she looked at him and she was like, he's like, how do you, she's like, "Oh, my mom teach me everything." Because again, he's just in an isolated bubble. And then like she like turns the table around and she was like, "Jimmy, I'm more of a bitch than a whore." Then to me, I was like, okay, then the joke's over, right? And then he was like, "You want to stay?" He's like, "I could teach you how to play this guitar." She was like, "Oh," she wanted to leave. She was like, "Maybe tomorrow." He's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "What's wrong with tomorrow?" She's like, "Yeah, what's wrong with tomorrow? Why can you teach me tomorrow?" He's like, he climbs up again. He's like, "Well, I don't know, bitch." Like, I was like, and again,
so he's quick on his feet.
He's quick again. Like this guy is like, if you guys haven't seen the movie, he's just so sheltered. Like he lives in his bubble. So the outside world for him is like, it's like so new. Yeah. It's like to him for being, I think he's like, I don't know, he should be like 18, 20ish in this in this movie, I guess, or not really Jake, but just like his character. Dude, I forgot when I watched this a while back. Zach Galifianakis is in this movie. He's like a bus stop guy. I forgot he was.
That had been like his first role then.
He was, man. He looked. You could see it's him, but I was like, man, he looks.
This is early 2000s, right?
2001.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah. There's some other stuff.
I remember the trailers for it, man.
Oh, getting hit by the bus, the cold. He's meeting Danny Trejo's in his movie.
Is he?
Yeah, because I remember he was like,
he's in a lot of random things.
He was like, "Hey man, what do you need to go to Niagara Falls for?" He's like, "Oh, I need to stop Clover getting married." He said, "You want to cut that vato?" Dude, the way he said it. And my best part in this movie, I think the last time I watched this was dude, my wife and I were still dating. That's how long ago I watched this movie.
Yeah.
It was the part when he was like, every 2000 movie, like old school or they had to do some wrestling. This one has a mud wrestling scene. Yeah, I remember.
Every good movie does.
So every early 2000 movie has some, like old school had like a wrestling. Remember My Boy Blue?
Oh yeah,
My Boy Blue.
Tubs of KY jelly. Oh yeah.
This one has a mud wrestling, and it's like I'm Asian. Just where the Asian guy was like,
"What? Does your dad know?"
He's like, he doesn't know. My mom doesn't know either.
Shit.
I just found this out yesterday. So he was like, he goes in and he was like, he needs to get money for Pippi or Pappy, one of those old twins. The guy was like, it's like, "You want to win $500?" He was like, "Yeah, I need to win $500. $500." He's like, $500, $500. So, and then at the end of the movie, they brought it back and they're like, he got married to Chloe. Sorry to ruin the spoiler alert. But then the Asian guy came back. He was like, "This is for you." He handed like a red envelope, like kind of like people do for Chinese New Year's or just for Chinese. Mm. They have a red envelope. And he's like, "What's this for?" He's like, $500. He's like, $500. And his wife was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I'll tell you later." It just cracked me up. I think this movie's
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, it's underrated. A lot of people.
It was Jake Gyllenhaal. I was just a no-name actor.
Yeah.
I don't even think I realized that when I first saw it years ago. Because I mean, obviously, I've watched all of his stuff when I was a kid. I mean, I saw Donnie Darko and loved that.
Dude, I love his movies, man.
Yeah, he's definitely a good actor. I'll give him that.
I like him in Zodiac.
That whole movie's amazing.
Him
and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey
for
Jr.
sure.
And Mark Ruffalo.
They not to get off topic here, but apparently they solved that case, and now the FBI is trying to take credit. That's all I'll say on that.
I need to check that out.
Dude, you should. It's crazy.
But yeah, Bubble Boy, man, demo tape. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a fun ride. Just if you want something just straight like funny comedy. It's dumb comedy, but it just one of those guilty pleasures that you just want to watch. I mean, there's other crap out there to watch, but I do recommend Bubble Boy. It's
I know
not
what I'm
crap,
watching
dude.
tonight,
This
man.
Jake Gyllenhaal is gold. It's gold.
I know what I'm watching tonight for sure. All right. So this last one here, I haven't played it yet. All right. I don't like to do this where I talk about a game I haven't played yet, but I'm being upfront and honest about it. I've not played it yet. However, I've watched the reviews on it, and I had to pick this up.
You had to pick it up?
I had to pick this up, and the reason I had to pick it up because I love games like Claire, The Coma. You know.
Oh yeah.
What are some other ones? You know. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now. But point being is that Red Colony Trilogy is one I picked up, and there's actually 3 games on here. Obviously, that's what the trilogy is, and they play just like The Coma and Claire and games like that. There's basically it's a side-scrolling action horror adventure. No, not action. Just adventure horror game. You know. So think like you know when you're playing.
Murder or just
Yeah. They're all pretty much all these horror games are just mystery murders. You're trying to solve a murder or something like that. And I like those games. You know, I like the atmosphere. I like the fear of running. You know, being chased and all that, and not being able to fight back. I think that's the
I think
key.
Coma's like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what these other games are like, Claire and Coma. You just kind of run and trying to solve puzzles and stuff. And I like those. I like puzzle solving. I like having horror games. So anytime you can fit those two together, I'm gonna like that kind of game. So obviously, survival horror is my favorite genre, and then just puzzle horrors are my second favorite genre. I'm not the biggest anymore in like FPS shooting games. Like, I mean, now granted, I love Fear, probably one of my top 3 shooting games ever. You know, but it's also because it's a horror game is why it's up there as well.
Dude, those jump scares and Fear though.
Yeah, so like I'm big on that, but specifically survival horror, and then these kind of not point and click because this isn't a point and click. It plays like Thimbleweed Park though, without like the optional selecting text in the bottom. Thimbleweed Park is not like Maniac Mansion. You don't have to like select the shit first. It's much more automated and more enjoyable to play, and that's what these are.
I like the art. Dude, she's being handled.
Yeah.
Gee.
But you know, because it plays like you know, Claire and
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you just
The Coma, you know, I figured I'd go ahead and give that one a shot. That one I picked up from PlayAsia actually as well.
I want to check it out now.
Yeah, they didn't get a U.S. release, and it doesn't have a rating on the cover, right? Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so if it's sold online, they don't have to actually put a rating on there at all, in case anybody didn't know that. And so that's why that one's missing it. But it is full English. It's got the English cover art and all that. So that's really the only way to own it right now.
Just the way it looked. I mean, I know, like you said, I know. No, it's almost remind me of when I think last Halloween myself, I played Little Nightmares. And it does not. There's a little bit of puzzle elements, and you are running. You can't hit the enemies, but it almost got me that little bit vibe of.
And Little Nightmares is 3D, but it's still side scrolling, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that looked kind of cool though. I might check it out myself. Actually, it looks really neat.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I knew more about it and more about the storyline. But
you know what, dude, Halloween, we will know. I'm just
maybe even before then. Yeah,
we will know.
But I mean, the artwork looked good, and the overall atmosphere looked good. And then I saw on the Steam reviews, everybody seemed to like it. So
I'm sorry, it already got me sold. Is it anime style? So dude, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah. Well, that's the last one I had. Man.
That's a wrap. I think that's it.
That's it. No epic finale that you have.
Actually, yeah, dude. Actually, so you were talking about the shooter age thing, and if you guys seen his room, like his computer desk, there's little knickknacks here and there, and I always want to add my contribute. I'm just thinking. So he added the Street of Rage like little pixel art that I got him. So I went to the store, like dollar store. I got a little figurine for him, and Llama and I have this inside joke. So when I show it to he will understand.
I gotta stop giving you your shit off camera.
I know. So I picked him up.
What is this? Oh, God.
So Llama and I have an inside joke. So not just He-Man, but with Skeletor. So me and him will send each other like those.
Oh yeah.
Those Skeletor memes, and
I'm rebuilding my He-Man collection one by one.
So every time we quote something, you know, me and him say it in the Skeletor voice. So yeah, that's a cool beat on your desk.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. Hell yeah.
He just looks funny as hell, dude.
So I mean, how many of these do they have? Like,
I only saw one of him. They had a shitload of He-Man though.
That's what I meant, like of all the
Prince
He-Man.
Adam. No, it was He-Man. It was He-Man. Yeah,
Yeah, this would be cool, like just to take out and just set on the
on your
shelf,
desk. Yeah, exactly, man.
Not keeping the packaging.
Nah, we don't do
No,
that.
man, I appreciate that. That's
Yeah.
cool for sure.
Get
Yeah.
a little more knickknacks to your game room.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, half the ones that are in there you've given me.
Yeah.
You know? I'm always a gamer and vinyl guy, you know. But yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Anytime, dude. I got you, man.
Hell yeah. All right, man.
That's-
Well, I think that's another successful pickups video. It's the second one. We'll get the third one out a little quicker next time. We had a 4-month delay where family and shit happens, you know. But
we're waiting
we're
on stuff
back.
to come in too. So yeah, thanks for
That too.
thanks for your patience. And again,
Yeah.
we just want to share our love of our hobby to you guys, and I hope you guys want to share yours with us. So just whatever you guys want to just leave and talk about with us, just let us know. We were trying to respond to you guys as much as we can. We appreciate you. Love you guys. Gorsh.
God.